Hello, I am Test Drive and welcome to episode 39 of Forza Motorsport, where in this episode we are going to be using the Ferrari F355 challenge I won in the last episode, and we are going to be going racing and doing the low, I think it's called low power open, but it's not really low power. It's open the cars with under 400 horsepower. Yeah, or no, medium power open. Open the production cars having less than 400 horsepower, 299 kilowatts. First place receives the Mitsubishi Sparco Lancer Evolution, another tuner car. And yeah, I happened to look at my the cars that were eligible in my garage for this event, and let me actually make sure something real quick. Wait, what? Cars. Okay, this is a Ferrari 360, not the. I just had to make sure that the 355 challenge wasn't a car that I need to use for a one-make race. But we have Road Atlanta, Long, Sunset Peninsula Infield, Blue Mountains Raceway, Silverstone Long, and the reverse version of the test track. So let's get started on Road Atlanta. Alright, we're here on our first race at Road Atlanta, which this car has the weird hood thing going on that some other cars have had, like the RX-8s. So people are going off the track and spinning each other out back there. Okay. Hey, that car has 400 horsepower. That's bullshit. It said under 400 horsepower. The fucking C6 Corvette has 400 horsepower exactly. Okay, this car is interesting to drive. It's very strange so far. It has a lot of understeer. And the rear end's kind of floaty. So, I don't know. But I'm pulling ahead of everybody really quickly. All the cars that have, you know, around 400 horsepower in this one, well, it's close at 380. I think the regular 355 has like 375 horsepower. But the thing about the challenge is that it's like fucking race card out. It has a spoiler, it has all the weight reduction. I don't even think it has a passenger seat. It has, well, it's mostly weight reduction that they did to this car over the regular 355. That's what makes it kind of cool as well. It's a factory race car, kind of. And we'll check out the brakes. They're good, but I way overestimated. Oh, not really overestimated, just over fucking shot the spot where I was supposed to turn. Good job, me. You're doing it. Handling is pretty good. It was kind of weird at first because it like felt like it was floaty, but I think what happened was it understeered. And I gave it more brake, which caused the rear end to slide out like that, and then it just felt weird all over. I think that's what happened. I'm not entirely sure. But I feel like this car was a good pick for this. Who doesn't want a fucking factory race car Ferrari? And a race full of not even close to being race cars? Oh god, I was not paying attention. I was looking at the hood of this car, trying to figure out why it's weird. It's around the headlights too. This car revs up to 9. I just hit a 9,000. I shifted at 9,000 RPMs. God damn, that's a high revving V8. So this has the same engine as the 355. It's like slightly tuned. Like I said, it makes like 5 more horsepower or something. I like the look of the 355s. I almost think I like the 360 more. Maybe even the 348. But I definitely like the styling of these. Especially this one with the fucking spoiler. I love the spoiler. It's so ridiculous and I love it. This one's even the hardtop, so that makes it even cooler. The only 355s I've actually driven in real life for convertibles, or spiders, whatever you want to call them. It's like somebody fucked up at the turn back there. Taking a while to get around there. Oh yeah, and an update from previous episode, something I was talking about. I did eat some apple butter bread, and it was fantastic. I think I had a little bit too much apple butter on one of them, but oh well. I ate it, so it's no big deal. Oh god. Car got unhappy. also like the rear, I guess hood? You don't really call it a hood. It's an engine cover. It's the thing that covers the engine. I like the way it looks on this car. I like how the spoiler is attached to it as well. Like, that's not a separate piece. That's part of the fucking... whatever you call that. I don't know what to call it. I also like the little vents on front, on top of the hood. I think those are like vents for the inside, if I'm right. It's like what you get when you select the vent on the climate control. In this car, it's probably like basically air conditioning for the driver, aka, you know, what a roof scoop does for a rally car. Although I think some like GT3 cars or whatever have roof scoops as well. I know rally cars at least do. It's a big rally car thing. And of course cars in Need for Speed Underground 2 do, but, and as well as Carbon, and like every other Need for Speed game from the mid to early 2000s. That was a strange time for games. Car looks like it also has the mesh thing around the brake lights, which is what one of the ones I drove for work had, but it was regular 355, like I said. Well, at least the more recent, we've had two 355s since I started working there. The first one was a 98 blue convertible 355 F1, so it had the F1 paddle shifter gearbox, which was horrible. I really did not like it. And then the second one was a silver convertible, or Spider, that had the 6-speed manual. It was a 95. Because like in, I think 96 or 97, they switched to the F1 style. I don't know if you could actually still get the F1 or the gated shifter in like the F1 cars, but the second one was definitely a gated shifter, and it was definitely better than the first one. But God, are these cars messes to fucking try and maintain. Like, unless you have enough money to pay somebody thousands of dollars multiple times a year to work on these cars, they are not worth having. Unless you just like to look at them, because they will break. And they will need an engine out service. Or you have to do it yourself, which I don't think is that easy, because like I said, you have to drop the entire fucking engine to change the belts, and to do a few other things as well, like just a normal tune-up. You have to take out the entire engine. So be prepared for that if you want to get into the world of the 355. But we got 36,000 credits, I guess, because this car is rarer than the Panos I used last episode. And we were almost level 32, which is pretty exciting. Alright, on to our second race at Sunset Peninsula Infield, not the Circle, luckily, because I don't think this thing would do very good at the Circle. Look at that, it goes past 9,000 hits rev limiter. God damn, that's impressive. I think the 360 also has 400 horsepower. What is this bullshit? Like, it's supposed to be under 400 horsepower. Like, 399 and lower is what under 400 horsepower says to me. I just realized you can't go through there. That's weird. So this game definitely doesn't have the infield course that just goes like straight across instead of goes through all this part. It's interesting. I know Forza 2 has the I guess you call that the shorter one, because it technically is shorter, because it takes out all of this. You just go straight to right up here. I don't know. I think Forza 2 has it. Oh no, I braked way too late. Ow. Go! Mr. 355. I have 9.975 seconds of penalties. Good job, me. Good fucking job. And on this circle, hopefully I can stay ahead of these fucks. Should be able to. Yeah, they're way too far behind to even like attempt to catch up. Alright. Top speed isn't too bad though. Looks like it could be around the same, if not better, as the Panos that I drove a couple episodes ago. That was the last episode. God damn it. Yeah, it's weird. There's not even any concrete to go over there. Like, there's where you cross over. Huh. That's weird. Slow your dang dong. Your dang ding dong. Alrighty. Oh, I overshot this corner again. God damn it. Guess I didn't smack the wall this time. Banged off the rebel limiter once. That's good. Sure, that means I have damage to the engine now. Oh, there it goes again. That means I definitely have damage to the engine now. Because it's like, the first time, like if it bangs off the rebel limiter once, I don't think it gives damage. But like, if it does it twice or more, maybe 3 times or more, I can't remember. It's kind of silly, considering real cars, for the most part, real cars don't really get damaged from hitting the rev limiter, like, once. If you continuously hit the rev limiter, sure, your car's gonna be fucking exploding. Which is why I don't understand two-step at all. But I think two-step, yeah, I'm pretty sure two-step is you have the rev limiter. I may be wrong, I don't know, I may be being stupid, like, incredibly stupid because I'm complaining about something. But yeah, like, I've only ever hit the rev limiter of my truck once, my Ranger. That's when I found out that the rev limiter was like 6250 RPM, and my tachometer goes up to 6,000. So, yeah, I do bring it up to, you know, close to 6,000 every now and then, though. Not really much anymore. I've definitely tamed my driving a lot in the past year or so. I used to be pretty crazy when driving, but now I'm just kind of like, whatever, just as long as I get there. Like, I don't go too fast. I mean, I go fast, but I don't go, like, stupid fast, I guess. I'm not stupid in going fast. I'm more of safe going fast, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, that, and I used to, like, fly every time, or like floor it every time I go out from a stoplight, and it's not really worth it at all. The only time I ever do silly shit now is like when I'm driving around with friends. And like, I don't know, I just do stupid stuff. Slightly stupid stuff, not like dangerous stupid stuff. Like I said, just, you know, doing a flyby or something on the highway. But yeah, you realize, like, after you've been driving for years, it's like, okay, it's been fun, but like, it's more interesting to, you know, arrive at your destination okay, and have your car not broken, and nobody else, literally nobody else, is going to care around you about what you do, unless you do something really stupid. It is. Like, I'm saying, like, burnout stupid. And that's why I've been thinking, it wouldn't actually, like, I used to be, oh, manuals, like, stick shift transmissions are always better, blah, 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 so much better, yada, yada, yada. That's like, recently I've been like, I can see the appeal to automatics. Like, if I got a car that was like, I mean, some cars you kind of just have to have a stick shift in to really enjoy, like, probably like Jeeps and others, like, more performance-based cars, you probably want to have a stick shift in just because it's, you know, a performance vehicle, and the Jeeps are just fucking stupid with automatics, because automatic transmissions don't know what to do when you're driving a fucking brick down the road. They don't know what gear you need to be in. But, like, for a sedan or something, maybe even a truck, I'd be like, I go with an automatic. Really, the only reason I'd still buy a manual over an automatic in a lot of cars is because of reliability. Because I'm always a big connoisseur of reliable cars. But other than that, like, if you have an automatic that's reliable, like the Lexus LS400's automatic, you know, Toyota automatics, and there's various other automatics that are actually really, really reliable as well. Some Ford ones even. It's not going to be detrimental to go with automatic, really. So, we have Shovel 32. We got Brembo. Ooh, raise their level of sponsorship. All brake upgrades for cars are 25% off in the upgrade shop, not the engine shop. Alright, on to our race at Blue Mountains Raceway. Let's get going. No rev winner. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This car's been very impressive. I just realized something. I don't think it has a third brake light. If I remember right, the third brake lights on the 355s that we had at my work were always like directly above the Ferrari badge, kind of on the bottom of that engine cover piece. But I can't see one in this car. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was because it doesn't. It's not on top of the rear window or anything. It's kind of strange. If you actually like to watch one of these, I have a video of one of these on my, or the silver 355 that I was talking about. I have a video of that on my real life channel, which is linked in the description below. It's a fairly recent-ish video, like compared to this video, whenever it goes out. It's like, well, I say recent-ish, I mean like in the last, it was probably in the last 30 or 40 videos I did. So you should go check it out, because real life cars. Real life Ferrari instead of fake Ferrari. It's not quite a 355 challenge, but it doesn't really matter. These other fucks are keeping up with me, and I don't like it. This is a one track. Oh, they're kind of falling back. It's weird. It seems like they mostly fall back in the straight areas, but this car has less horsepower than most of their cars. It does way less, but like, it's obviously made for corners, judging by the fucking arrow on it. Cool, I wasn't going fast enough to hit the rev limiter. I wasn't fast enough to going like hit him. Blah. I wasn't going fast enough to hit that like, oh shit, a bump and hit the rev limiter. That was not how you take that corner. By the way, don't do what I did. It is not good. I can't remember if this car's even in Forza 2 or not. I honestly can't. I think it might be. I mean, like the F40 Competizione and the F50 GT are, even though I think those were both DLC, but I guess this car was in Forza 2. I really can't remember. And then Forza 3 is just completely blocked from my memory. I don't even remember much of anything from that game. It's a great game, it's just, it's like Forza 3 Lite. It just has less shit than Forza 3, or Forza 4. I mean, besides a few different cars, like, Forza 3 is basically just take Forza 4 and just take a bunch of shit away from it, and there you go. There are some interesting stuff, though, like the New York... Well, New York in general was last seen in Forza 3, especially with the chicanes that it had in Forza 3, which I was always strange, and I hated it, because I was so used to regular New York. And of course, this game is the only one that has New York long. And then Forza 3 also had, like, the Rally di Positano, fucking like 8 mile just nothing but curves, like these curves constantly track. Actually, I don't know how long it was. I think it was like 4 or 5 miles, maybe 6, I don't know. There was a few other tracks, and like I said, there's a few cars like the BMW X5 4.8 instead of the X5M, because the X5M wasn't out whenever Forza 3 came out. And there's a few cars that I'm forgetting as well, but for the most part everything's basically the same as Forza 4, and the game feels pretty much the same as Forza 4, physics-wise, and how it plays, and how the career works. Like, the career, I think, is literally the exact same from Forza 3 to Forza 4. It's just more or less events, whichever way you go. Let's see, can I actually... Yes, I can make it around the turn. Hell yeah. That's what the hell I'm talking about. I need to stop taking on these super long projects. I need to have like more games like Midnight Club 2, like 22 episodes and it's over. That's the kind of shit I like, but we live in a world where car games are they're easier to make more career content out of, I guess. Like, it's a lot easier to be like, oh, hey, you just do this race, or do this race as endurance, or like, you know, do this race again, but with this car, compared to like your average game where it's like you can't really do the same quest with different shit, like if you're playing Skyrim or whatever. Even though Skyrim is like holy fuck long. I haven't even like scratch the surface in Skyrim, and I have a profile that I've played like 6 or 7 hours on, I think, and like I bet I'm not even like a 30th through the game, if even that. And that doesn't even include DLCs and all that shit. So I don't know. But I think I'll focus on that for a bit. Focus on shorter games for a bit. Even though, of course, most of the games I have, I don't really know how long specifically they are. I know, like, Need for Speed Underground 2 and the black box era of Need for Speed games wouldn't be that long. And then also, like, Most Wanted 2012 and all that shit. Because I do plan to play through Most Wanted 2012. I haven't actually played it yet, and I'm kind of excited to. Everybody says it's bad, so everybody says it is bad, except for like people that I know and people that are really in the Need for Speed games. So you just take away the fact that it says Most Wanted on it, and voila, you have a good game. You have literally Burnout Paradise 2. So I don't know. I'll see what I can find for like in between games, in between this and whatever is after this, whatever longer game I decide to do next. This will be the longest game I've done on this channel, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, well, yeah, both time and parts-wise. So there we go, 36,000 credits more. Not going to level up again this episode, sadly. Alright, on to our next race at Silverstone Long. I'm sure this will have about the same outcome as every other race in this series so far, as in me winning by a lot. But that's the way I like it. I don't care about my margin or whatever. I play games to get through them and have fun playing through them. I don't find restarting fun, as I've mentioned in previous episodes many times, which is why I was disappointed with my choice of Let's Play Midnight Club 2, especially when, like, you know, the really hard parts came around, like especially the last episode. Holy fuck, that game. It's the only thing I need to look at is like games that won't like agitate me and fucking make me rage until, you know, until ever. Or until they're done, I should say. But then again, like I said, most of the games I would like to play through, I haven't even played yet at all. So, I don't know. Guess we'll figure it out when I get there. It's a little early to be thinking about, oh, I'm going to let's play this game next, considering I have still over half of this game left to do. Pretty sure. Was it over half? Yeah, because this is episode 39. And if it's been keeping with tradition, the percentage has been a little bit lower than like my per episode fucking... Well, the percentage has been lower than the episode number. Or like percentage, I guess, through the game. Percentage of episode percentage through the game compared to fucking like completion percentage. There we go. God, that was hard to fucking figure out. It probably wouldn't be as hard if I wasn't as stupid as I am, but you know, I can't really help that. Self-degradation, it's fun. Nah, I don't want to slide around there. Damn it. Damn it, Dale. And this little chicane. Left turn. Oh, this is not good. I don't think I've ever went off the corner like that before. That doesn't make any... Doesn't remind me of anything. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I need to... I say I need to stop talking, but I need to commentate, but I don't, it's hard. Fuck. Making words at 10:55 p.m. is hard. In case you didn't know, it's a struggle a Let's Player goes through. Especially when you're trying to talk about something that's not, like, in the game. That you're, like, looking at. I don't know. Is this the last race? No. There's one more race, I think. Is there? I can't remember. I don't remember what race I'm on. I'm pretty sure there's one. Yeah, it's a fucking test track. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not a fan of the full test course or test track or whatever it's called. I think it's called test track infield or something like that. I guess it's technically supposed to be the infield of the test track in this game, which, if you didn't realize, there is a, I think it's 4-mile oval in this game. That's like the test drive track. You can only get to it through a test drive, I think. I can't remember. But, you can use like test top speeds and all that crap. And, yeah, I guess the test track infield is the fucking infield of that track. So if you're wondering what the origin story of test track infield or whatever it is, there you go. There's also autocross in this game, but I hate the fact that there's autocross in this game, but you never fucking get to play it in the career. You never do a race other than, like, you never do a race that's not with AI in this game. So, like, you can't just do a timed run or something like that. You're always racing against AI, so you never actually use the autocross tracks. And it's kind of annoying because the autocross tracks are really fucking cool. Which I guess I could show them off at some point, but, like, maybe like the last episode or the episode after last or something of this game, I'll show some stuff like that off. Or maybe just like a random episode in between, like maybe right before I do the endurance or something. It's kind of annoying because it'd be cool to like do autocross. Considering there's tracks literally just made for it. Well, they're not really tracks, but they're cones laid out in a parking lot, basically. It's autocross. It's quite literally autocross. Actually, it's the same kind of autocross as the only kind of autocross I've ever done in real life. If you didn't realize, or if you didn't know, I took my 1998 Ford Ranger that I still drive to this day. About 2 years ago, I took it to an autocross event at the local racetrack at Gateway Motorsports Park, and I took my truck around the fucking autocross and had it in a car show, and it was hilarious because I was almost beating. My best time was like a 33-second flat, or no, it was like a 36-second flat or something. And then there was a couple guys in a Ford Focus SVT that ran like a 33. It was like 3 seconds better than my time. It was like, I don't know how I got that close to them. And I actually beat there was a Ford Maverick that a guy had that I guess he had way too much power in it because he kept spinning out on, like, there was a big sweeper that goes around the outside of the autocross, or run around the outside of the autocross. And you kind of went back in and then curved around and whatever. He kept spinning out on that sweeper. So he never put down a good time, I don't think. It was like 30. It was probably about the same as my time. It was pretty fun, though. Alright, on to our last race at the test track infield, which I'm sure is going to be ridiculous. I'm sure I'm going to damage this car badly. I can see it now. I'm just going to run into every wall possible, especially because this is a reverse version. So I especially don't know it. Fun. Going this way instead of the other way now. We're going to the Copperhead section first. Or, I guess, the shorter part of the Copperhead version section. What the fuck am I saying? I think it's called Copperhead in Forza 2. As far as those tracks didn't make it past Forza 2 either. I don't... I can't actually remember if they made it to Forza 3 or not. I don't think they did. They could have, but I don't think they did. I don't remember them being in Forza 3. Like the Copperhead and... There was just a bunch of snake names for all the little pieces of this giant fucking track. I still find it weird that there's also no, like, pavement where all of those tracks split off in this game. The only place that there's pavement, other than, you know, on the track that you're driving on, is on the fucking drag strip. It's kind of weird. And obviously this is this car's strong suit, pulling ahead very quickly. don't like this track, though. Not the full one. I like the small ones. Because they're all kind of, you know, unique and technical and whatever. They're all different. But I don't know. I just don't like the big one. The one where they all are put together. Understeer braking hard. Doesn't work. And to this section, which I despise. Because I'm going to be at the end of... Yeah, it's like, I'm at the end of first gear, like, way before I have to slow down there. But by the time I'm shifting into second gear, it's already like, oh, you're at the corner. Congrats. This car's understeering hard through that, too. There's a lot of smoke coming out. Oh, no. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to go, like, just straight the fuck through that corner. I guess the laps will be done of this quicker than the last time I was raced on here. I think the last time I don't remember what car I used the last time I raced on here. Or what the series was. I actually don't. For some reason, Bentley Continental is coming to mind, but I don't think it was. I think I'm thinking of Forza 2. I honestly don't remember what car I used in this last. It was probably like 4 or 5 episodes ago, but fuck, I can't remember it. Which, because fun fact, I haven't recorded this game for about about 15 days probably until today. To this episode and the last one. It was like a fucking 15-day absence of recording because I was focusing more on real life stuff. Actually, probably more because it was before December, I think. I'm recording this December 15th. So I don't know. I'd have to look at the footage and see when it was all recorded. All right, almost have one lap done. God, this is gonna be a long fucking race too. 8 minutes. Longer than 8 minutes. Alright. Let's fucking do it again. Roll it back. I love the drag racing aesthetic too. That's the other thing I don't have in this game is drag racing. Or like in the career. But there's a drag track. There's one? I think there's only one drag track. And it's that. And there's a car that you can upgrade that's like obviously fucking specifically made for drag racing. Which I'll get to that whenever I get to that using that car, which will probably I have it slated to use in one of the endurances, which is gonna be fun. And I think if the game will let me, I'm gonna put the big ass tires on it before I race it, which would be fantastic. Because who doesn't want to take car and drag tires around an endurance track? I do. There's a big ass satellite up there, satellite dish. I wonder what it does. What are you looking at up there? What you looking at? That's car. It's definitely pulling away pretty quickly from the AI. Has pulled away very quickly from the AI. 10.9 seconds behind. That's what I like to see. These episodes are going to be pretty long to record, too. I've been noticing. Like, damn near 45 minutes, I think, was one of them. Oh, I had to record... I recorded for over an hour, trying to do one of the ones I did with the Corvettes that I couldn't fucking win for the life of me. Fuck those races. I thought this Let's Play was going to be cake, like Forza 2, but fucking no, it wasn't. I'm stupid. Slow down. Oh, I actually made that, kind of. It wasn't very good, but I did make it. And the good thing about using this car for this episode is I'm going to get to save money. Because I actually earned, like, this almost, well, a little bit more money than I spent last episode on the Panos. Oh, God. So I get to save all of the money I get earned from this episode, which is pretty fucking cool. Because like I said, I'm going to have to buy fucking cars very soon. Although oh no, I'm going to have to do the one-make races. Yeah, I have to buy all the cars for the one-make races. I don't think I have any of them yet. I might have one or two. But the thing is, I can't do all of the one-make races until I do a race of from the higher level. The champion, I think it's championship? There's a fucking Shelby Cobra, or no, what was it? Somewhere oh no, it was a classic sports car race. Where you win the Shelby Cobra 427. And there's a one-make race in this section for the Shelby Cobra. So, or no, it is in this one, isn't it? I don't remember. I think it is. It's still like out of order though, from what I would like to do, but whatever, I guess. I'll get it done no matter what anyways. It sucks I can't use the Shelby Cobra for the classic car thing, because I need to use it for the one-make race. So, I don't know how that's going to work out. Like, at all. Because the only two good classic cars I have left I haven't unlocked are cars I'm going to have to use. Well, not the Ford GT40, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But anyways, that is the final race of this series done. I'll go collect my prize car, which is a Sparko Lancer. It's kind of like the Spec C Subaru. Kind of like roughly the same performance and the same shenanigans. Got a big ass spoiler. It's got the Sparko logo all over it, like especially around the wheel, the front wheels for whatever reason. It's got some more sponsors. Has some tiny ass mirrors. Has a big ass spoiler, and it has 399 horsepower. And it only weighs 3,000 pounds? Huh. So, I believe that will conclude this episode of Forza Motorsport. In the next, like I said, I have the Siege, so that'll make it a little bit better. Yeah, I need... Okay, so yeah, I need the Shelby for this, but I don't get the Shelby until I do... fucking... this. So, it's going to be kind of... Well, it probably won't actually be over. Honestly, I'll probably just end up doing this stuff. Doing, the Exige and the Modena one-make races, and then I'll back out and go to, Championship Series, do all of the Championship Series up to the Classic Sports. Or maybe more, I'm not really sure. And then go back into the other ones, probably, so we'll figure it out. Anyways, thank you. Ooh, I have over 1 million credits. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Forza Motorsport. And for now, I am out of here. See ya as I drop my controller.